Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. Today is November 30th, Thursday. This is our weekly call on immigration questions from our community. All immigrants or people with immigration issues are welcome to attend, of course. 1 week we do it on our private conference, which is here, and 1 week we do it on LinkedIn audio. So next week we'll be doing it on LinkedIn audio. The way this conference works is, first I will answer all the questions that have been posted. They are in front of me, and a few of them I've marked as frequently asked questions. So first I'll do the frequently asked questions. I'll invite at the end of every question any follow-up questions. Okay. So if you have a follow-up question, you can ask me, but no new questions. New questions will come at the end of all questions having been answered. I tell the team to usually lock the questions at about 10, 11. So today we have 11 posted questions. After that, we will start any new questions you have. Okay. Once I see there are enough people logged in, I will just close the conference so no new people can come in. That way, I make sure that people who are already here, I answer their questions. So your turn will definitely come, but just after I have finished all these questions, unless you have a follow-up. So if you have a follow-up on something I'm discussing, you're welcome to talk about it. Okay, with that said, let's begin our first question. And this is a frequently asked question in my opinion. So the issue is, I've got my H-1B visa stamp. I went to India. I got my H-1B visa stamp, but I want to do an H-1B transfer. So I'm still in India. I was here, then I went back to India, got my visa stamp, or even if you are already in India, you got your visa stamp. So can you do a transfer in these cases? Sure, absolutely. What if I don't have any pay stubs and I'm still in India? No problem. Your situation is unique. So if you don't have pay stubs, it doesn't mean you can't do a transfer. So let's say I do the transfer. Now I have an old employer's H-1B visa stamp and a new employer's H-1B approval. Can I travel on the old visa stamp? And the answer is yes. In almost all cases that I can think of, you can. But it's always a good idea to talk to your H-1B lawyers before you travel. Okay. So let me just read the question now. I have H-1B stamped with employer A. I want to transfer to B. I have not yet entered the US. So same question, we just discussed that a moment ago. Can I transfer the H-1B to a new employer? Yes, you can. What are the mandatory documents? You don't need pay stubs because you never entered USA. Can I transfer H-1B to employer? Yes. No, but don't travel to USA. That's one big thing you've got to watch out for. You've got your visa stamp. Don't just travel to USA and then apply for transfer to employer B. Because unless you have a job with employer A and you join employer A, you should not travel and enter the US using that visa. You are better off getting the H-1B approval from the new employer and then traveling on the old visa and the new approval. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We have enough people joined us already. I'm going to lock the conference. 1 second.
The conference is now locked.
Okay, so now you can be sure that everybody who's here, their questions will be answered. Now, I just discussed this idea about traveling, etc. on H-1B transfer. Do you have any follow-up questions? If you do, press *5 on your phone. No new questions, only follow-up questions on what I just discussed. Okay, no follow-up question. Let's go to the next frequently asked question. This is also very important. Can employees pay for green card, H-1B, and premium processing? So the answer is, it is not legal for the employees to pay expenses of anything associated with perm, attorney's fees or advertising any of that must come from the employer. I-140 stage, I think, should come from the employer. Okay, if you are on H-1B, employer should pay for the I-140. 485 for you and your family, you can pay. That is not a problem. Okay. How about H-1B? Employer should pay everything. How about premium processing? Now that's where things get a little different. If the premium processing is for the employee's benefit and the employer doesn't want to do premium, the employee can request to pay for the premium. Okay. But if it is done for the employer's preference or convenience, then the employer must pay. So summary, green card, perm, employee can never pay. It's not legal. I-140, employer should pay, especially if they are on H-1B. If you're on H-1B, I-485, you can pay, which is employee can pay. For H-1B, employer should pay everything except premium processing, which, if done for the employee's convenience, can be paid by the employee. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question on this. Okay. Then this is kind of a corollary of the earlier question. Can I use an old H-1B stamp for a different employer? And the answer is yes. Okay. So this questioner has stamp till April 2024 from a previous company, and I have a new approval notice. Do I have to go for visa stamping? You do not. You can travel on the old stamp and the new approval. Press star 5 if you have a follow-up question on this. Press star 5. Okay. So there is no there is a follow-up question. Let's take that. And that's from area code 513, which is Ohio. Ohio, go ahead. You have a follow-up question?
Yeah, Rajivji. I have a follow-up question, but it is like for the previous question, if I'm not like this for like H-1B modernization is there, right? So that will come into. Have they decided whether it is coming into this March or will it be? Is there a clear picture on that? Because
No.
I have my second employer who is not sponsoring the visa. So but my another employer is sponsoring the visa. Is it okay to do a C2C? Will it be beneficial if I do C2C to my second employer, so then I can increase the chance? But if that is the modernization is happening, then no point of doing the second employer, right? So anyway, I'll be tied to one single beneficiary. So hope you understand the question.
I'm not sure I quite understand the question, but let's understand something. It is not illegal for the employee to be applied for from different places. Okay. Not so far. Now, what does the final rule look like? We don't know. Okay. Because right
I have
now,
legitimate 2 offers, but that's why I was asking.
Yeah, I think if you have 2 legitimate offers, I am okay with you applying from 2 different employers. And I don't think the government is going to change that if you have 2 legitimate employers, different employers. I don't know what they are going to do eventually. But at least until now, we have no indication that there's going to be a great change in the rules. So
this proposal might be might not be.
Remember, normally the proposed regulations and the final regulations are quite close to each other, but they are not always the same. So what they propose to do and what they will implement may be 2 different things. We don't know yet. Okay.
Okay, we'll wait, but as of now, it's better to go with the second employer and keep 2 offers.
Yeah, I think so. If they are totally different employers and there is no commonality in the projects, that's what I would do if I were you. Okay.
Yeah, and also I have another question. Like, have two different employers in day 1 CPT and have 2 different payrolls in a day 1 CPT.
Did you also ask me the same question on LinkedIn?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I think I saw your question. I didn't have time to answer right then. So
that's fine.
Yeah, on curricular practical training, Both for first
Okay.
year and no, sorry, I'm sorry. I thought of OPT. So curricular practical training, you could have multiple employers, but you have to check with your DSO, okay? And the DSO has to make sure that both
Okay.
employers are accounted for in the system, okay?
Yeah, the same goes with STEM OPT, I guess, but
Yeah,
not in
same with
H1B.
STEM OPT,
I need.
same with OPT. Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, Rajesh. Yeah.
You're welcome,
Thank you.
sir. You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye bye. Okay, so back to I don't think there is any other frequently asked questions. Yep, going over my questions. No, there are none. So let's just go back to other questions, and then after that we will start the new questions. There's maybe 7, 8 questions. Let's see. So what do I do if I have overstayed? This is question number 4. Options after overstaying tourist visa, E2 visa consideration, long-term residency goals. Okay. So you stayed in the US for over 1 year, okay? Illegally, unlawfully present, but you left about 4 years ago. Is it possible to get a waiver? Yes. So what you can do is you can try to get a waiver, and that waiver is called 212D as in doctor, 212D3 waiver, okay? So the numbers are 212, then in brackets small d, and then in brackets 3, number 3. So 212D3 waivers can be applied for. The interesting thing about the 10-year bar is if you get a 212D3 waiver, you can come to USA on a non-immigrant visa like a tourist, like a E2 visa or E3 visa or E1 visa, whichever visa is applicable, right? 212D3 waiver will get you a waiver to enter the USA and work here on a non-immigrant visa, even though you are subject to the 10-year bar. And the time keeps running. That means you've been outside USA for 4 years. After 6 years, you can get your green card, even though you were here on E2 visa. So that's how it would work. The best way forward, you can try doing a 212D3. There is no guarantee that you will get it, but it's worth a shot. Okay. *5 if you have a follow-up question on what I just talked about. Press *5 on your phone. Okay. Then question number 5, transitioning from L1B to L1A for EB1C. So you came to USA on an L1B and you're getting promoted to a manager. So yeah, remember one thing, you will be able to get an L1A with that promotion and be able to work for 7 years instead of 5. But there's no guarantee you'll get your EB1C. But if you have worked outside USA for at least 1 year as a manager, then you might qualify. So your lawyer should assess that very carefully. Okay. Most important thing is you should have been a manager or executive for at least 1 year in India for a branch, etc. of this company. Okay. So EB1C will only work then. *5, if you have a follow-up question on this, press *5. Okay. On to question number 7. Potential EB1 filing. So can we file an EB1, obtain my master's, published a paper, received an individual service award from university, 12-year track record as a developer? Oh no. I don't think this is an EB1A case, because in EB1A, you have to prove that you have national or international fame, okay? And you do it through a bunch of different factors. So I personally think, as you are showing it to me today, it will be very difficult to make a case for an EB1A, okay? EB1A requires more than that. *5, if you have a follow-up question on this, press *5. Okay. So Sanij wants to know, how many days can an H1B worker work from outside the US? And the answer is, to the best of my knowledge, there is no limit. As long as you're getting paid your full salary in the US, you can continue working as long as you like. How does that work that the time outside won't be counted towards H1, 6 years of H1B? Do we get visa extensions for 6 more months? So yeah, who keeps tally? So basically the way it works is this. Let's say you got your H1B approved. You worked in USA for 6 months, then you left, okay? And let's say you went back to India or Nepal or wherever you're from. And you stayed there for 2 years. So that means out of the 3 years, only 6 months you were here. 2 years you were outside, okay? That means you still have 5.5 years left of total H1B period because you only used 6 months of actual stay. So when you apply for extensions, you will recuperate or get back the time that you were outside the US. That's how it works. Okay. *5, you keep tally and you have to prove that you were outside US. Okay. *5, if you have a follow-up question, press *5. All right. Question number 9. Career break. H1B cap exemption AOS. All right. My I-140 was approved. I started with this employer, resigned, came back to India in 2017 for family reasons. During these almost 11 years, my employer kept renewing my H1B. I was waiting for AP and AOS, but my priority date was not current. Not sure if the employer has revoked my I-140. But even if it did, he must have done it after October 2017. If I join this particular employer again, would the employer be able to file for a cap exempt new H1B? Yes, absolutely. No problem at all. You should be able to get 3 years. File for AOS if my priority dates are current. That depends. Now that's something that will require a consultation. You should talk to your own lawyers. It may be possible. There are several factors we have to assess. Okay. If my I-140 is still valid and not revoked, can my employer directly proceed to AOS without filing for a new H-1B? AOS can only be filed if you are in the United States, but they can definitely convert your case to consular processing so you can interview in India for your green card. If I join a different employer, can the new employer file for a cap exempt H-1B? Sure. Yes. Can AOS be done? No. They have to start the green card all over again. AOS can only be done if you are in the US with the old employer. Okay. *5, if you have a follow-up question on this, press *5. Okay, the cross-border commuting issue I haven't really looked into. So I'll have to take a look at what the Customs and Border Protection says. I don't know the answer off the top of my head. I'll take a look at it. Remind me on LinkedIn. Just send me a message. I'll take a look at it over the next day or two. Okay. So last question today. Oh no, not last. There is actually 2 more questions. Second last question is B1, B2 visa renewal. Options and considerations for H1B holders in the US. I'm in the US on H1B. I got my visa stamped. Old B1, B2 ended in 2020. I want to apply for a visa instead of changing status. Can H1B holder go to third country and get a new B1, B2? Sure. Can I go to Mexico or Canada for a B1, B2? If you are still in status, you can. But there's no guarantee that you are going to be able to get a B1, B2 and the CBP will let you enter the US. So applying for a B1, B2 change of status is almost universally a better idea. Are you on the call? Press *5 if you are here. Press *5 if you are here. Okay, you're not in the call. So yeah, I think B1, you should talk to your lawyers. B1, B2 change of status is probably a better idea. Last question is I-94 travel history discrepancies, addressing errors and ensuring smooth re-entry for F1 visa. I'm on F1, traveled to Mexico, returned both time through Lukeville, Arizona. Aunt and uncle were with me. Sister was traveling with me. She's on F1. At the port of entry, officers asked us to step out of the vehicle and told us we were all good to go, no passport stamp, no questions asked. Later, when I checked my I-94, no record history was found. Okay. I walked to my local CBP, got this fixed. Good. They entered, when I was entering through Lukeville B1, okay, they messed up your whole case by entering wrong information. Okay, so you are having the same problem. Sure, there's a very easy way to correct this. Okay, so Google CBP or Customs and Border Protection space TRIP, TRIP. What is TRIP? TRIP is called Travel Redress Inquiry Program. What you'll do is you go online, you enter your case details and tell them what has been going on. Upload any documents you want to be made a part of the record. And when you open a TRIP inquiry, the government gives you a TRIP number. Next time when you enter, Customs and Border Protection has your entire case history in front of them if you give them the TRIP number. And that makes things a lot easier. So open a TRIP case. Okay. Press star 5. If you have a follow-up question on this, press star 5. Okay. Anyone who has any question, press star 5. Anyone who has any question, press star 5. So far, I have only one question, 2 questions, 3, 4, 5 questions. Okay. All right. Anybody else? 6 questions. Are we all done? Nobody else? Okay. So I'm going to unmute 7 questions. I'm going to unmute you in the order that you logged in. Okay. So the order that I have here is Jersey City, Texas, California. Then I have California again. Then Massachusetts. Then I have Pennsylvania. And last is UK. So that's the order in which you logged in. Well, I hope UK is not paying international call rates, but I just don't want to go out the order. So let's begin with Jersey City, which is area code 201. Hold on a second. Let me see. Jersey City is 201. Oh yeah, I just talked to you just a moment ago. Okay. So yeah, Jersey City, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv ji.
Yeah.
So my question is, again, I'm on H1B. My stamping is not done. But if I, convert to H1B and convert to F1 visa and do a course for a year, which has OPT and STEM OPT, how will my visa thing go about it? I mean, will have to work, 3 years on OPT and then move to H1B again, or I will have to reappear in the lottery system?
I'm a little unclear on your lottery situation right now. So you already have an H1B. You've been working on H1B this year?
Yes.
Okay. When did you start working on H1B?
Last year, October 2022.
Okay. So if the question is, if I convert to F1, am I still lottery exempt? The answer is yes, for the next 6 years. So if you finish your MBA after 2 years, you want to get on to H1B again, you will be out of the lottery, no lottery system for you. Okay?
Okay.
No problem at all.
And I can work on OPT as well, right?
You can work on OPT as well. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
You have both options. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck. Let's go to, let's see, area code 682 is Texas. Hold on one second. So Texas is 682. Yeah, Texas, go ahead, please. I can hear you.
Yeah. Hello, Rajiv.
Hello.
So yeah, suppose yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So suppose I've got an like currently I'm in H-1B like grace period, and I've got a offer and transferred it on my 58th day, but then I got another better offer and I want to move to that employer. So will I be able to move in a month, or should I wait for some time and move?
Yeah,
to a different
that's a
employer?
little complicated. There's something called bridge petitions. You can actually Google H-1B bridge petitions. So the way this works is, when you apply for a second H-1B while the first one is pending, if you do it within the 60-day grace period, there's no problem. It's very uncomplicated. But let's say that you applied for the first one within the 60 days and the second one on the 100th day outside the grace period. Then the only way you will get the H-1B approval within the US is if your intervening case is already approved. So if you file case 1, case 2, case 3, 1 was filed within 60 days, 2 and 3 were filed outside 60 days, then the entire bridge must remain intact. 1 must get approved, then 2 must get approved, only then 3 will be approved. Okay. But remember, this is not a big deal, because even if some part of the bridge collapses, you can always go get a visa stamp and come back. Not the end of the world.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah. So do I need to show them the pay stubs? Like,
Do I need to show them?
I'll not have enough pay.
No, that's okay. That's not necessary. Yeah, you don't need to show them the pay stubs in these cases.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. You are area code 814, right? Which area code?
Sorry?
No, you are
You
682.
said Texas 682?
You are 682, right? Okay, I just want to make sure I don't
Yes.
hang up on the wrong person. Okay. Good luck, ma'am.
Got it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, next one is area code 814, which is Pennsylvania. Okay. Pennsylvania, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hi, Rajiv.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
Rajiv.
Hello. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rajiv. My situation is like in India right now. So, like this year, me and my wife both got H-1B picked up.
Okay.
So my wife's employer, he was okay for stamping, but my employer is not okay for H-1B stamping. So, like what I did is like with my wife, I had my H-4 stamping. She had H-1 and I had my H-4 stamping.
Okay.
So right now, like I'm not sure whether my employer will allow me for stamping. Like he was asking me to go for stamping next year March. So that also I'm not sure whether he allowed me during that time also. Like my wife's employer gave me an option like you can transfer to my company.
Okay.
So here my question is, if I do a transfer to his company, as of right now I'm having H-4 with that company, my wife's company. So if I do a transfer of H-1 to his company, will there be any problem? Will USCIS think some collaboration is happening like that, or
Okay, hold on.
will there be an issue or not?
Hold on. So before you do that, let's get one thing straight. While you were in the US, did you get a change of status to H-1B? Were you working on your H-1B?
No, I haven't entered the US at all. Like me and my wife both.
So you are
haven't
already,
entered.
you were
Only
never,
worked.
okay, you are all okay. So there is only one gray area here. Government sometimes says until you get the H-1B visa, we don't consider you to be out of the lottery yet. Okay. So either get a change of status or visa, because you were outside USA, you can't get a change of status. So therefore, you don't have a visa yet. Are you really out of the lottery? The government says no, but then they go ahead and give us transfers anyway. So if I were in your situation, what I would do is, I would do the H-1B transfer and then try to get the visa stamp from the new employer. And if there's any question, though that they probably won't ask, if there's any question, you can let them know that I want to work with this company. I mean, there is absolutely no problem there. Just be truthful about any questions they ask you. Okay?
Oh, okay. Got it.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So we have 4 more questions. Let's see. Next one is area code 818, which is California. No, 858, sorry. Yeah, 858, California. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv ji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please, go ahead.
Hello, yeah, thank you. So, I am on H-1B and I recently got H-1B transferred to the new employer, prospective employer. I haven't joined yet. So they have given me a joining date in mid-Jan.
Okay.
And I'm currently serving my notice period with my current present employer.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get some advice on what happens if I complete my notice period with the current employer by 20th of December. So there is a gap of around 25 to 30 days in the next employment.
I don't think that should be a problem. If you get the H-1B approval for the next job and there ends up being a 25-30 day gap, I don't think that's going to create too much of an issue for you, but you should discuss it with the second company's lawyers just to make sure they don't want to do something else. Okay?
Okay. And will this period be counted as, the 25 to 30 days period will be counted as my unemployment days?
Unemployment for H-1B, unemployment is not important that way. It is for OPT which is a problem. Okay.
Okay, so the grace period does not matter like the in this case. Like
No, you have a grace period. You have the 60-day grace period. I don't think that should. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's a problem of any kind.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. Yeah, just to remind everyone, the way the grace period works is, number one, the grace period begins when your pay period ends, not when you stop working. Second, the grace period is for 60 days or the time remaining on your I-94, whichever is lesser. So if you have 32 days remaining on your I-94, your grace period is 32 days, not 60 days. Okay. So, but at the same time, that grace period is available to you with every valid H-1B approval. So it's repeated time and time again. Okay. Let me go to area code 781. 781 is Massachusetts. Okay, let's get Massachusetts next. Massachusetts, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. This is Deep here.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Yeah. So, like, I got laid off and currently I'm on a grace period of 60 days. But I have got a new employer and they are doing the H-1B transfer.
Okay.
But, due to family emergency, I have to go back, to India. Because the family emergency is there.
Okay.
So, can I go there when my, H-1B transfer is in pending?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But you will be able to, let's take a look at this case. You filed during your grace period, right?
Yeah, so they are filing it now.
Do you have an, excuse me, do you have an H-1B visa stamp on your passport?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to return when the new case is approved. Traveling out during a transfer of an H-1B is not a problem. But talk to your lawyers. Make sure everything is okay with them as well. I don't see any problem.
Okay. Okay. And the second thing, so I just want to confirm it. So my separation date was 18 November.
Okay.
So I have 60 days from 18 to 18 Jan, I think.
At least 60 days from that. It might even be more than that, depending upon what pay period was covered. Okay.
Yeah, the separation date was 18 November and the severance end date is 30th December.
Yeah, it might be more.
I need to confirm that.
Yeah. Confirm with your lawyers, but I think the way I see it, if you were getting full pay even though it is classified as a severance pay, you should be okay, and your time should begin from December, not November. Okay.
Okay, because I spoke to my lawyers. They were also hesitant.
Well, I'll tell you
regarding
why.
that. They
Because severance pay has been kind of in the gray area. Full pay not. But if you are getting paid full amount, whether that is considered severance or not, I think you should be counted from December. That is my opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. We have one new question, one new hand raised also. We'll get to that, but let's get to area code 513, then UK. 513 is Ohio. Okay. Let's see. Ohio, go ahead with your question, please.
Hi, Rajiv. Yeah, I have a question. So this is a common question. So if I'm marrying a citizen, let's say, we are married, and if I get a green card, and I'll be getting conditional green card as the first question, and if at the later point of time, for some reason, we are separated, can they revoke the green card?
Okay.
How does that work?
Okay.
That is my question.
So let me begin by saying, if you get married to somebody just to get a green card, you could end up committing a felony and go to prison for that. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, if you do get married to somebody, okay, and now your green card process is going on and on and on. The day your green card is approved, if you have already been married 2 years, you will get a permanent green card. You won't get a conditional green card. Okay. So that's one thing. Second, if you get a conditional green card and for some reason you are separated, you can still get your permanent green card or unconditional green card if you can show that you were genuinely married, you were not trying to circumvent immigration laws.
Scam the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I have another small question. So on a day one CPD, can we do like a PhD, like part-time PhD? It's not.
No. I don't. No. Hold on. You have to talk to your school about this. You can't be in two different schools as far as I know. You have to be in the same school.
Yeah.
But can PhD and CPT go on? Sure. If CPT is a part of the PhD, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Good luck. All right. Let's go to UK. I was concerned about them. UK, go ahead, please. I hope you're not paying international call charges.
Yeah, I was on it. It was not paying money.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you for that. Rajiv, my question may be a continuation of the question. I'm sorry I joined late. But my question is, in the second lottery, I got picked up, and my petition was recently approved. So what happened unexpectedly was that I'm in UK as of now, and my client has given me sponsorship here meanwhile.
Okay.
So I thought the process of this would take at least 6 months or so. So I thought, why should not I join the employer, and I joined my client.
Okay.
So basically, I had to join. In the process of joining that, I had to get my visa stamp for UK and also USA.
Okay.
So in this case, is there any dependency? If I want to stay in UK for some time.
Okay. So as of today, there is absolutely no dependency. Okay. As long as, just a second. That's one disadvantage of living in Washington, D.C. Always planes and helicopters. Just hold on a second. Okay, plane is gone. So, there is no time limit deadline that you have to join the H-1B employer. As long as the job is still available when you fly. Okay. So the maximum I actually had somebody wait was over a year because he was finishing up a project. Okay. So you can actually work in UK and then join whenever you're ready, as long as you carry an explanation from the employer in USA that they held the job open for you, they're still waiting for you. Okay. So, for example, what if you start working while you're still in UK on the US side also? As long as it is not a violation of UK laws, you can even work for both companies at the same time while you're outside US. Okay.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. Yeah. So one small follow-up on this. If my employer asks, can I transfer my H-1B to my current employer who has branches both in UK and US?
Well, yeah, the answer is once you get your visa stamp, then almost guaranteed you should be able to transfer, no problem. But if you try to do it without getting a visa stamp first, there is a little bit of a gray area.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Yeah. Area code 310, California. Last question of the day. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sir. Presently I am on GC EAD.
Okay.
And but I have given a renewal for my AP, but it is taking time.
Sure.
And I have a plans to go to India.
Okay.
But I have an H1 valid also, but I do not have a visa stamping as of now.
Okay.
So I just wanted to check in the March, how do I come back to H1 if I wanted to?
Okay, so first of all, I think it's a little dangerous to travel without a visa stamp. Okay. If you had an H-1B visa stamp, I would have said, yeah, go ahead and travel, and then come back on your H-1B visa, then reapply the advance parole. Okay. But in your case, I would say wait until you get the advance parole. All right.
Oh, okay. Okay. And sir, one more question. If I want to convert to H1, is it possible or not possible?
So
I already used right, sorry.
Yeah, you can always convert back to H1B. If you used your EAD, you can always convert back to H1B. All you have to do is go get a visa stamp and come back. No problem at all.
Okay. And will I have the lottery? Means like I have used more than 10 years of
Yeah, no, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. But the problem is, once you have your, now that's something I haven't looked at specifically. Once you have filed the 485 and the priority date is current, they may not give you H-1B extensions. But the existing H-1B, you should be able to get stamped. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Oh, we have somebody else who just raised your hand. Don't do that, guys. Just, do it once, and that way I know how many people are there. Now there's 2 more people in the queue. Okay, this is the last 2 questions. I won't take any more questions after this. So first one is area code 669. I don't know where that is from. Texas. No, Texas. No, not Texas. California. 669. Go ahead, 669. How can I help you?
Yes. Yeah. Hi. Sorry, I thought that it's a #5, so I missed it. I'm really sorry, Rajiv.
No
so my
worries.
question is that I'm currently on F1 OPT, and my F1 OPT expires on January 15th, 2024.
Okay.
I was supposed to file for my STEM OPT extension, but yesterday my employer denied that they won't be able to get E-verified.
Okay.
Now I have another offer, but they are asking me to start in January. So basically my EAD is expiring on January 15th, and I want to start new STEM OPT on a January 15th with new employer, but I can file for my STEM extension right now.
Yeah, so hold on. So if you get your STEM OPT extension filed before your OPT expires, you have an automatic extension to continue working for 180 days.
Okay.
Okay.
180 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can start after my my EAD. The EAD is expiring on 15 January, and I can also start with my new employer on that same day.
Yeah.
Right?
Just check with your DSO. You can definitely start on January 15th. I mean, one day before the EAD expires, if you join, the 180 days continues, no problem. But can you do it? Can you take advantage of the 180 days to change employers? I don't know the answer to that question. Check with your DSO. So if you were to go with the very conservative route where I know exactly how it works, your OPT expires on January 15th, right?
Yes.
If you join the new employer on January 14th, while your OPT extension is filed, there is no problem. You can continue working. Okay?
Okay.
So just
Okay.
join them while you're
I
still...
have few follow-up.
Well, make it really quick.
And is there any minimum?
Yeah, go ahead. Make it really quick. I have to... one more person.
Yeah. I'll be super quick. So is there a minimum wage requirement if you are on a STEM OPT extension?
Yes, there is. They can't just pay you anything they want. There is a minimum wage requirement.
Okay. And my employer needs to generate pay stubs. So right now he's saying that he'll generate pay stub, but what happens if I am on STEM OPT and if he stops generating pay stubs for me?
Okay. First of all, there's no such thing as generating pay stubs. They have to pay you. If they just generate the pay stub and don't pay you, that's fraud. Okay. So if they are paying you, but then let's say they stop paying you, then you become unemployed and your unemployment time begins. Remember, you have 90 days plus 60 days, whatever time you have used, total of 150 days for both OPT and and STEM OPT.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So the last question is area code 903, which is Texas. Okay, Texas, go ahead, please. Last question of the day.
Hi, Rajiv. Sorry for raising the hand late. I had a lot of people around me. I have a small question and a very quick question and a repetitive question as well.
Gigi,
is there any chance for third 2024 lottery?
लगता तो नहीं है. Doesn't look like it, but hard to say. Doesn't look like.
Yeah, because 3 months you have like time to file as well, and I think it's only December now. So
I think it's unlikely, but who knows?
Okay, sorry, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Good luck. All right, folks. Good talking to everyone. So I'll see you next Thursday on LinkedIn. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.